Alright, hey YouTube, what is up? And it's Opponent Disc, and now I know I haven't uploaded in, I want to say 4 months, which is absolutely pitiful. But here's the thing, I don't have an excuse, so shame me for the rest of my life that I haven't uploaded in the last 4 months, because I never had an excuse. I just didn't know what to upload. So if you want more information on that, go into the description. I might post something there or explain why I haven't really been uploading lately. Anyways, so recently, in the 4 months that I haven't uploaded, I have been playing this Roblox game. And yes, I play Roblox. Kill me if you want. I don't care. Good game. And I like this anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I found this game on the popular, I want to say about 5 months ago. Like, I never really mentioned it in my old videos, but so I ended up getting really hooked to this game because it's just an RPG JoJo style fighting game. And since a new stand just recently came out, Sticky Fingers, I was like, why don't I just make a tier list? Since I love this game a lot, so here we are now. Now, this tier list is going to be based off of overall power and how good the stand is. I'm not basing off looks or if I like the stand in the anime and whatnot. I'm not basing it off any of that. I'm basing it off how good it is in the game in general. And keep in mind, this is my personal opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion. If you disagree, you are free to disagree. You can send a death threat if you want. I don't care. This is my opinion. You can't change my opinion. Only I can. Alright, now to the actual tier list. We have all the stands from according to March 24th, 2020. If any new stands come out, please don't yell at me. And so first we're just gonna start off with the Star Platinums here. There are 4 Star Platinums as of recording this video. Normal, which is Prime, the World, Star Platinum the World, Stone Ocean, and Over Heaven. Now, I'm also not going to count shinies, like if it's literally the exact same thing, but just a reskin. So like Retro Star Platinum Over Heaven, all that stuff, I won't count that. I'm just going to count the base overall stand. So let's start off with Star Platinum Prime. Star Platinum Prime has pretty good combos, decent damage. Its stats are all A. I'd say it'd go in about either C or B. Like, although I wouldn't really, nah, I'd say, yeah, I'd go with B. It has good combo potential, has decent range and all that. But the thing is that Starfing is really annoying, and that's really what puts it over the edge on me. So yeah, there's that. Now, Stone Ocean, on the other hand. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, it cannot time stop. Star Platinum Prime cannot time stop, so that kind of makes it worse, but it doesn't really matter, because time stop's cheap, and I don't use it. Star Platinum Stone Ocean, though, is an interesting case, because his spear and most of his attacks do a lot of damage, but his durability is garbage. He does time stop, but I think it got buffed, actually, because I think it used to be 2 seconds, but it got buffed, I'm pretty sure. So, but it doesn't really have much combo potential. But I mean, its durability is really bad. You can die really easily. I think the time stop got buffed. I'll put it in C for now. Now, one-armed Doppio, easy F tier. It's very bad. It's very slow. Garbage durability. Now, that doesn't really go with King Crimson because it's rather fast and it does a hell of a lot of damage. It has some combo potential, not much, barely does any damage, and also the durability is garbage. Two-armed Doppio, I am either contemplating on whether to put it on D tier or whether to put it in F tier. Because it does have quite good moves, but they're not really the best when it comes to PvP. So I'd put it in D tier. It's better than one arm, but not by much, really. And now we have actual King Crimson. And normal King Crimson, I would say, is A tier. Now, before you yell at me in the comments, It has really good combo potential, hell a lot of damage. It has time erase. You can dodge things easily with V and all that stuff. And at the time of recording, it's actually the only stand in the game that has access to the testing bar, but that doesn't really matter much. And overall, I just like it. I mean, like, there's also like the Oreo and manga shinies, but I don't really care much about rarity, so. But in overall PvP status, this is an easy A tier. Alright, let's see what's next. King Crimson Alternate Universe. Now, it only has 4 moves. And I am counting Epitaph, but its Y is very powerful. You can attack in time erase. It is an overall pretty decent stand, but in my opinion, it doesn't beat normal King Crimson. Because, I mean, the only really thing that makes it good is time erase. And most people, when they PvP, they don't really allow time erase. Because, I mean, it's cheap. So, yeah, B tier. We also have, at least finish Star Platinum real quick. Star Platinum of the World also goes in B tier. It basically is the same thing as Star Platinum Prime, in my opinion, but without Starfinger and Time Stop. That's basically what it is for me. Also without Iggy. I haven't really used this stand much because it never really interested me. So, yeah. Alright, let's get some easy ones out of the way. Mr. President, definitely F tier. It does have good ability. I mean, it's very, very good for trolling. But other than that, I would say it's definitely an F tier. Alright, let's go with Hamon is, well, it's rather easy to get. It used to be pretty hard to get. I don't think it used to be able to be obtained from frogs, and I'm pretty sure it used to be like $50,000 back then when there was like a money nerf and there wasn't much money that spawned around the map. So it did go down a bit in rarity, but I would say it's actually pretty good, but not really that good. So I'd put it in C tier. Now, it's F, it's sword move, very good, does a lot of damage, pretty fast. Overall moves aren't that fast, they don't do much damage. And I mean it's a roll move, it's pretty pathetic. But other than that, C tier. Alright. We have Emperor. Now, I'm not sure as to if it was added back or whatnot, but when I actually used to like experiment with this stand, you could put as many glass shards as you want, and for that it would be extremely good for killing Dio. But I'm pretty sure, as for the last time I've actually used it, instead of just fruiting it the second I get it, it had only about, I want to say 15 shards you can put max, and that doesn't do much against Dio. So, what the hell? What is this? What was that? Alright, whatever. Alright, so, yeah. I'd put it in D tier. It's pretty good. It does decent damage, but it's very hard to hit because it's basically a gun. And that's all it really is, just a gun. But it does decent damage, but I'd put it in D tier just for the sake that it is pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's good, but it's decent. Very, very decent. Okay, moving on. Okay. Let's be real here. Emerald, Hierophant Green did get buffed, but it got nerfed right after. It's Emerald Splash for a little bit when its V got added where you can control the stand. It got very, very heavily nerfed after where it got buffed, and it was like basically a one hit. It's very hard to hit your moves. Its R does pitiful damage, and it's just not a good stand in general. I wouldn't recommend keeping it at all. I normally just fruit it like mostly other stands. But yeah, let's go into Hierophant Green. Also, I said I was going to finish Star Platinum, but my memory is freaking garbage, so let's finish that up. Over Heavens. God bless the Over Heavens, pun not intended. So basically with Overheavens, very good damage, uh, not much range, but its stats in all honesty are big lies. It does have a lot of durability, it does a lot of damage. Its speed is not, and same goes for the World Over Heaven. So I will put them both in the same slot. With Star Platinum Over Heaven, its E got nerfed. It also is just super slow in general. Like, its R isn't that fast, its T is super slow, its H is slow, like, everything is just slow. And, in all opinion, in my honesty, the stand is just really slow. So, it is very good, so it will not go into S tier, it will go into A tier. Because the King Crimson, in my opinion, could definitely beat an Overheaven. And then the same goes for the World Over Heaven, but also they do have time stop. They both have time stop. It's very, very long, and I want to say only brain dead people use that, but that's pretty harsh. Because all they really do is just sneak up on you, time stop, they just do the full barrage on you, or just the world spams knives on you, and then you're dead. Alright, on to the next one. We got Anubis. Anubis. Not rare, pretty bad, but in PvP, I'd say it is quite decent. It got its H. When you activate H, it gets pretty good moves, a lot of range. I would say it's definitely good range for a sword. Excuse me. But I'd say it goes D tier. Like, it's not horrible, but it's not good either. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but I wouldn't say it's decent. It's in between decent and horrible. I don't know why there's also 2 Ireframe greens here. I don't know why. Don't ask. And we got Vampire. Vampire is also one of those specials where it's decent. It's not too good, but it's not bad. It's definitely balanced, I would say that, but it is rather fast, and it does do quite a bit of damage, so I'm going to put it in B tier. And I'm assuming this is Santana. Now, Santana, I have mixed feelings with Santana. I personally hate Santana, but I know it is very, very decent. I know you can go inside of people, you can do damage there. Its E and most of its moves pull you towards them, and I think with like recent updates it actually heals you. So I would say it's either C or B. I'll put it in B. Okay, now cars. Very debating if A or S. A or S. A-S-S. No. But thing with cars, it's extremely good in PvP. Its Bloodsuck move is very good. It's very fast. It does a hell of a lot of damage. So, I'm honestly really gonna put it. Kill me if you want. I'm putting it in S tier. And same with Shadow the World. As of today, it got a new update where it has 2 separate modes. And those 2 modes are by with its old moveset and its new moveset, which most of the moves that have the stand appear in your actual move is in stand mode on. And then like with most of the newer moves, it's just, it doesn't show up. And its pose also got moved to P instead of G, which I don't really mind that. I actually really like that, but it still kind of bugs me because I have to take my hand off the mouse just to press the pose. And it's very fast. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does do quite a bit of damage. And now it's 2 separate modes. And it time stops. And I feel like its knives and time stop got nerfed because you have to switch modes. And in like the 2-second time stop, it's hard to switch modes and then throw the knives. But in all honesty, if you can honestly master this stand and get really good with it, it's S tier. Yell at me if you want. I know you think it's either A or B, or hell, I know some of you out there think it's D. My personal opinion, it's S. Now, let's see what we've got. Let's finish up part 5 stands. Gold experience. With the recent revamp, it is hella popular. Oh, with the recent revamp, it is hella popular. It is super popular. I see so many godforsaken people thinking they're so cool, just spamming freaking R, hitting your soul and all that stuff. And Gold Experience Requiem is different in this tier list, but we'll get to that later. But Gold Experience, it's pretty fast, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and I mean, it's pretty good stand overall. Now, I'm not sure if to count Gold Experience, like the fact that you can turn into Gold Experience with it, but overall, just by itself, I'd say it's B tier. Okay, now, uh, moving on. It is so bloody annoying how many people just use Gold Experience Requiem. It's just so good, and I hate it. It's new F move. It stuns you. They can do whatever the hell they want to you. Its barrage is insanely overpowered. It's also really good for killing Dio. R does a lot of damage. It's just overall extremely broken. But although it is really broken, it does only have, I want to say, about a 2-minute use, and then you go back to normal GE. But overall, it is extremely good. And now let's finish up with the worlds. We have normal the world here. It's nothing special. It has knives and time stop for like, I won't say 5 seconds. And then it's barrage, very decent. It's basically the same thing as Star Platinum, except it's not Starfinger. So yeah, I honestly think the world is worse than Star Platinum, but I would rather keep the world because I can get world over heaven or vampire and then get shadow, because you can't get over heaven Star Platinum anymore, which also is a reason that it's not really an S tier. But anyways, world alternate universe also goes in B. Now, thing with world alternate universe is just so, it has very good combo potential, does quite a bit of damage. I'd say it's probably one of the best world stands that has good damage, other than, like, you know, the world over heaven and all that stuff. And its knives and guns, very annoying, especially with Neo the World, which its gun is brutal. Its barrage is also different, and it does quite a bit of damage. I like it. Other than that, it's B tier. It wouldn't be King Crimson. It wouldn't be Over Heaven stands. It wouldn't. It just wouldn't. So that's B tier. Samurai. Oh, but Samurai, very, very, very fast. It's one of the fastest specials or stands or anything like that in the whole game. It's very annoying. It has projectiles. However, I honestly do not think it would beat a Gold Experience Requiem or Cars or Shadow the World, especially if the Shadow of the World knows what they're doing and all that stuff. So it would clap a King Crimson. Over Heavens, it has a good chance of winning. So I'd put it in A tier. Maiden Heaven. Maiden Heaven used to be extremely good. It used to be S tier. It used to be SS tier, if anything, back in the day. Now, if anything, it's mediocre. It's very, very, very fast, just like Samurai. Throws knives, very annoying. And if you use Time Accelerate, you can spam knives, which is also very annoying. And your overall moves have lower cooldowns. And just, it's very annoying. It's very, very toxic. I will admit that most Maiden Heavens are extremely toxic. So for that, it's going in A tier. It definitely couldn't beat a Cars or anything like that. Cars would wipe the floor with Maiden Heaven. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Now we got Sword. Sword, I'm putting in D tier. When on the wiki it says it does really good damage, I personally don't think that. I think its damage is awful So is its durability, and you can't even check your stats with sword. It's just not good. I would never really recommend it unless you're trying to get samurai. Yeah. Also, 150,000 damage is something I would not do in my grave. Silver Chariot, also going in C. Now, Silver Chariot's fast, damage is horrible, its durability's meh. It does have its second form where it's just really fast, its moves are faster and all that stuff. I haven't really used Silver Chariot much, but it's pretty decent. It wouldn't be any of the stands in B tier in all honesty, unless they absolutely know how to use Silver Chariot and how to dodge everything. But for me, it's C tier, and for most people, probably F or D. I am very biased when I say this, but I very, very, very much prefer normal Killer Queen over Bites the Dust. It has better combo potential in my opinion. I mean, I know you can do Bites the Dust, but it's not really that helpful. It's just more of like the move if you're trying to like mess with friends and all that stuff. Overall, Killer Queen, although it's very, very not rare, it's very common. I put it in B tier, and so would I put Killer Queen Bites the Dust. Bites the Dust is just nothing really special. I mean, you got a different H move. You got Bites the Dust, obviously, but it's not much different from Killer Queen. Now, Purple Haze, I would also put in C tier. It's slow, and its E is really the only move that can help you, other than F, where you can just sit in the bubble, unless it's like somebody with amazing durability. And then its E is quite powerful. It slows them down too, if I remember correctly. But overall, its durability is also E, just like King Crimson, so it's definitely garbage with that. And it's overall just not that good of a stand. Alright, now Spin. Oh, Spin, you silly wagger. Spin, I have not seen Spin in oh so long, but I would honestly put it in D tier. It got nerfed, its piercing got nerfed, doesn't do much damage now. It's just very decent now, so I put it, actually, you know what, no, put it in C tier. Yeah, it's probably C tier worthy. Crazy Diamond! D tier, easy, because although its stats are kind of correct, nobody ever really keeps a stand because they want an actual good stand. It's very decent in PvP. It just kind of exists for healing your teammates and all that stuff. That's all it really exists for and nothing else. Nobody really uses this effectively. Hand. Oh boy, the hand. I'm putting the hand in B tier. Now, thing with the hand, it has a really, really good combo if it happens to land. But problem with the hand is that it's slow. Very, very slow. And if its F does remove your legs, you go extremely slow. You go like turtle slow. And overall, if you do F and then plus R then E, they're basically almost either almost dead or they're completely dead, depending on their durability. And it's very good. I would say it's very good, but it's definitely not worthy of A tier or S tier. God no, not S tier. But it's pretty good. All right, we got Whitesnake here. Now, I honestly think Whitesnake is very, very bad. I know it has disc, and its pistol, and its acid spit, very freaking annoying. But overall, they're hard to land, except for disc, obviously. They're overall pretty hard to land. And just, the stand is just hard to use in general for me. It's very fun. I will give points for Whitesnake being one of the funnest stands. But, in all honesty, for PvP wise, it's very decent as well. I mean, you can just zone them out with acid spit and, you know, like the pistol and all that, which the pistol does quite a lot of damage. So, I'd put it in C tier. See what else here. Sticky Fingers. Oh boy, Sticky Fingers. I also am putting this in B tier. Sticky Fingers, It's very fast, does quite a bit of damage, but its durability is very bad, so even just a normal Star Platinum would just pretty much destroy it if they just spam their barrage and all that stuff. But it's very good. Its moves are very good. But if, let's say, if it didn't have D durability, it would definitely be A tier, in my opinion. Because its durability is the only thing that puts it on edge. Its T is very annoying. It's just very annoying in general. Also, if he hits you with like E or whatnot, just if he hits you in general, you get zippers on you, and then his attacks are buffed for like a few seconds. It's very annoying. Alright, we got D4C here. D4C. Oh boy, D4C. Also B tier. There's a whole fuck ton of B tiers. But, for good reason they're B tier. They're not bad. They're not that good either. But, D4C is one of those stands where it's a lot of damage, but it's very slow. And most of the time, its attacks aren't really that helpful unless your opponent is stupid. Like D4, most of its attacks are very slow, like D4C bomb or the clones. You have a lot of time to punish the D4C while in the animation of all of that. So unless they're being zoned, I can understand that. But overall, its pistol's decent. Its barrage is not that good. Its R is different, and it is pretty good. Its Y, its little kick, does a lot of damage, but it has really long cooldown, and it's B tier worthy. Soft and wet. I know soft and wet is very cheap. They trap you in a bubble, they blind you, and then they just barrage you, and then use R. But on the other hand, if used properly, this stand can demolish people. And I mean it. If used properly, you don't miss your bubbles, you make the floor slippery, you turn them into a bubble, you blind them, you do all that. It's basically an instant kill. But its barrage very short. It's about like a 5-second barrage when all the other ones are about like 8 seconds. And it's not too reliable in all honesty. So I put it in C tier. Now we have the last stand, not including this Hierophant Green because there's 2 of them for some reason. Sea Moon. Sea Moon. It's an interesting case with Sea Moon. Sea Moon, you can make yourself fast. It's very annoying. It's very good for PvP, I will say that. It's very good for running away as well. You can get crazy heights, you can get a lot of speed. Its R is also very good. So is its barrage, because I'm pretty sure it makes them slow and you don't slow down while in the animation. So in all honesty, this goes A tier. A tier it is, with Made in Heaven. It's just, it can be an Over Heaven. I know it can. It can beat a Made in Heaven, beat a Samurai, because of how fast it is, and it can also definitely beat a King Crimson. Alright, so this, I'm pretty sure this is it. This is my personal tier list for A Bizarre Day stands. Hope you enjoyed. I know this video is quite long. It's already at 29 minutes. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.